Quickdraw Animation Society is Calgary's home for independent animators. We provide support, resources, and education for independent animators, people who are learning animation, people at every stage of their animation careers. And that comes through the way of equipment rentals, studio rentals, residencies and education programs, classes and courses, workshops, and also we are home to Western Canada, at least, largest animation library.
We're always looking about different ways to support artists to make their art. And a lot of that is engaging with them of what hurdles they have at that point. And a lot of it is money, and we support people with that. Sometimes it's education. But a big one is access to equipment you just can't get at home. We have the Oxbury camera stand. This is a camera stand that weighs about 2 tons, it's cast iron, and it dominates a room. And we had some people with mobility issues that couldn't really access that piece of equipment because of how it's situated. And so we were looking at different ways to support people with mobility issues, as well as support their practice in different ways. And so we ended up finding the Animator Cube, and this is the highest professional quality equipment for stop motion animation. And what's really cool about this is it doesn't dominate a room. It hangs from the ceiling, so you can move all around your artwork. You can have the camera pointing down, you can have it horizontal, and everything in between. And that really filled a gap that our membership needed for, again, mobility issues, but also pushes us into new heights for creating professional quality stop motion animation.
So because it is a piece of equipment that is not easily accessible by independent animators, we do offer certification courses, instructional courses in how to use the cube to everyone before they rent that studio for their personal projects. And again, that's something that we're really proud to offer here, that kind of training outside of a professional studio environment, so that emerging animators, independent animators who are at the start of their careers can get experience using that equipment before they move into a professional setting.
We set it up right after COVID. It took about a year to get it shipped, and then about a year to get it all sorted and put together as it came from Poland. And we worked with Sophie Jans, a local animator and 3D artist, to get it all dialed in. And then we had to train people how to use the cube because it's such a specialized piece of equipment and worth, you know, a huge amount of money for an independent artist to be able to use. And so once we set that up and then trained people how to use it, the first project was a stop motion animation and a huge unveiling of this new piece of equipment. And it was a stop motion made in a weekend, and it just blew everyone out of the water. It was made by Toby Duska, a longtime animator and Quickdraw member who actually learned animation through Quickdraw at the age of 10, and then is now teaching animation to teens as well as youth.
AFA funding is essential to everything that we do here at Quickdraw. We use those operational dollars in a lot of different ways. But yes, the AFA funding we received was really essential to the acquisition of the cube, the installation of the cube, and now we are the only artist-run center in Canada, possibly in North America, where a cube is available to a membership outside of a studio, outside of a professional studio setting, which is a really amazing resource to have for Albertan animators and for our community. Wouldn't have been possible without the operational dollars that we receive from the AFA.
Animation is an amazing medium because you have to create everything. You create the backgrounds, you create the characters, you create the sound, and it's pretty amazing that with a little bit of support and a little bit of resources, what our peers make.